Welcome to this exciting journey into the world of portfolio management using singular value decomposition, also called SVD, and principal component analysis or PCA. Today we are going to explore how PCA can revolutionize the way we manage our investment portfolios. Let's dive right in. First, let's talk about Sensex index. The Sensex, or the Bombay Stock Exchange Sensitive Index, is a market index consisting of 30 well-established and financially sound companies listed on the Bombay Stock Exchange. These companies represent various sectors of the economy, giving us a comprehensive snapshot of the market's overall health. So currently, Sensex is 80,000 plus, as you can see on the slide. I'm recording this video on 18th of July 2024. Here's a look at the Sensex companies as of July 2024. These companies are the heavyweights in the Indian stock market, and their performance significantly impacts the Sensex index. Our goal today is to analyze these companies and identify the key players that drive the market. So we will be working with the daily closing prices of these 30 companies. Each column represents a company or a stock. Like here the first company is Asian Paints, and each row represents the daily closing price of the stock. So this is the daily closing price of the stock, and we will start from the last financial year, that is 1st April 2023, and we'll do this analysis till 17th July 2024. So in between there are 298 trading days, and those 298 will become the rows of this particular data set. A word about singular value decomposition. Now let's introduce SVD, which is the backbone of PCA. In simple terms, SVD is a mathematical technique that decomposes a matrix into three components: U, sigma, and V transpose. Think of it as breaking down a complex puzzle into manageable pieces. So we have our matrix A, which is nothing but stock data. So we have 30 columns and we have 298 rows, each depicting a trading day. And our goal is to decompose this matrix into three parts: U, sigma, and V transpose. And I've also listed down the matrix shapes here. So my matrix shape of A, which is obviously a non-square matrix because number of rows are more than number of columns. Let's say it's P by S. And so because this is P by S, the U will be having a shape P by P. And the sigma will have a shape P by S, same as our original matrix. And V transpose will have a shape S by S. Such decomposition helps us understand the underlying data structure. So before we move forward, let's talk about the commonalities between eigenvalue decomposition and singular value decomposition. Both of them are fundamental techniques in linear algebra. They allow us to break down complex matrices into simpler, more manageable components, revealing the underlying patterns or structures of the data. Let's first discuss the commonalities between EVD and SVD. So first, let's understand the matrix factorization. So in EVD, we factorize the matrix A into three parts, which is P lambda, P inverse. In singular value decomposition, we decompose this matrix into U, sigma, and V transpose. In both cases, let's talk about the orthogonality part. So in EVD, P is the orthogonal matrix if A is symmetric, and this P matrix essentially is nothing but the eigenvectors. And this lambda matrix is nothing but the eigenvalues. In case of singular value decomposition, we have U and V, both of them are orthogonal. And just like EVD, U consists of left singular values, V transpose carry the right singular values and singular vectors, and sigma contains the singular values, which is a diagonal matrix. In fact, there's a relationship between EVD and SVD. Singular values in SVD are the square roots of the eigenvalues of A transpose A. Remember, A was our original matrix. So this establishes the connection between EVD and SVD. Let's also now talk about the differences between EVD and SVD and why we are today talking about SVD and not EVD. So EVD is only applicable for square matrices, and generally you'll find square matrices in form of covariance matrices. But if the matrix is not square, which is the case today, then it becomes non-square, like M into N, and here EVD cannot be applied. So our stock data is non-square because we have 298 rows and 30 columns. So we will have to apply SVD and not EVD because EVD won't work. And as I said earlier that EVD talks about eigenvalues and eigenvectors. SVD talks about singular values and singular vectors. So now, having understood the commonalities and differences between EVD and SVD, with this understanding, we are now ready to see how SVD can be applied in practice. With SVD, which is the backbone of principal component analysis, our goals are twofold. Firstly, to identify the dominant stocks that significantly impact the Sensex. Secondly, to develop the best risk hedging strategies. And lastly, we have to understand, are there any patterns in this data? By focusing on these objectives, we can enhance our portfolio management techniques and achieve better returns. So enough of theory. Let's now dirty our hands with the data and the code.